In GeometryDash lies a place known like no other, filled with a bunch of insanely dedicated members of the community, people that spend their entire days and nights carefully crafting levels for others to enjoy. The GeometryDash Creator Leaderboard. And I completed and rated the most recent level from the entire top 50. Let's go! Alright, let's go over the rules. First of all the levels I play must be rated, so they have to give me some amount of stars after completion. Secondly, it must be one of the difficulties shown on the screen, so no auto levels and no levels past easy demon. Sorry Viper. And finally, I'm going to be rating these based on 3 different categories. Gameplay, considering the fun and uniqueness of it, deco, which is just decoration, and originality, which is a mix of both. Also showing all 50 ratings in one video would basically be impossible, so therefore I introduce you to the top 10. Starting off the list with number 10, Tactical by Pika. Now I find the deco in this level absolutely stunning. It feels really well polished. I love the pulses and just how it looks like overall. Regarding the gameplay, the reason why it's so low compared to the others is because some of the parts I just didn't find enjoyable, and I feel like the beginning is way too long and takes up 20% before something actually happens. Now, when it comes to originality, I think some of the gameplay elements are really original, and also the decoration at 50% really stood out to me in a good way. Now in 9th place, we actually got a tie on this one, Barrier by Alkali tied with Shattered Space by Funny Game. First off, we got Barrier, which I think is an extremely original level. I love the use of different objects and the really bold moves regarding color matching, which sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. Gameplay has some very interesting parts I really like the robot stairs at 20% I think. That's pretty cool. And also the duo. Decoration is decent, yeah, not much else I can say. Okay, now Shattered Space by Funny Game. This level also has a bunch of really interesting ideas. The ship build-up at the beginning is very nice, and the drop also has some good looking effects. One of the things I am not a fan of, however, is the lag in the 4x speed part. It's pretty big even with my 360 Ti, so some of the inputs can be a bit scuffed, and the gameplay gets pretty repetitive at the end. At number 8 we got Color Wolf 3 by Werewolf GD, another insane difficulty level. This level has some really interesting ideas. The decoration is really good, even though I don't find it that consistent with the parts at the beginning, which are my favorite parts. I like the gameplay elements a lot. Some of them are very creative, although some inputs after the drop can be a bit annoying. It has some really refreshing ideas that I haven't seen in many other levels. Number 7, another tie, Breakout by Vav and Fantasy Lux by Deleted User GD, which is a person that most likely quit, so they changed their username. Now, a lot of people might disagree with me on this one, but this was one of the most fun levels I played during this experiment. It's basically entirely sync based. All you have to do is click to the song, but it's so satisfying if it's pulled off correctly. The deco isn't particularly good. It's okay, not much stands out. However, the gameplay also carries the originality to a higher level. Moving on to Fantasy Lux, I think this one is absolutely great. An Excel collab with a ton of different creators. This level definitely has a lot of interesting ideas when it comes to gameplay and decoration. I like the pastel colors, it definitely fits in with the deco. Difficulty wise, it's on the easier side of easy demons, which is always nice to see, although there are a few parts that are hard to sight read. At number 6, we got 573228886 by Zorowa. Now this level is very interesting actually, because in every way, from the gameplay being unconventional to the cube jumping in a way like it is on the moon, this level is made in a way that makes it feel like the gravity is entirely different. The deco looks pretty too, love the style of it. I feel like every part in this level has some interesting gimmick, which is why I think it deserves a 10 in originality. Number 5, we got Degenerate by Darwin. Now, Degenerate being one of my favorite levels on this list effect-wise, definitely. Gameplay is absolutely phenomenal. The cube part, where you have to click the orbs, is so fun. It's one of my favorite parts. The duel can be a bit tricky, but I got pretty lucky and I was able to fluke it from 0, so that's really cool. Deco is really good as well and it fits in nicely with all the effects.
Compromised. Power save procedure.
Okay, number 4, Hoopla by Gypsony4 or Hoopla, I have no idea how to say that. I can say this with confidence. This is the best level regarding gameplay on this list. I absolutely love how it flows with the song. All the orb clicks and jumps are extremely satisfying, and also they fit in nicely with the song. Deco is above average too, it matches the gameplay energy really well, and the moving triggers make this level seem really lively and upbeat. Okay, at number 3 we got Aura by Serpunch. Aura by Serpunch, beautiful level. Love the style of it, it really reminds me of Blee levels. The whole battleship theme it has going on is great in my opinion. Every part has a lot of thought put into it. The boss fight is pretty interesting and the gimmick with the fans throwing you around, it's something I haven't seen before. The beginning is also very creative where you have to avoid the red lights. Gameplay wise it's not my favorite, it's alright. I'm not a big fan of the ball part after the boss, and the beginning is pretty boring in terms of playability. Alright, number 2, another tie. Down Under by Dansman and Growing Insane by Subwoofer. Both of them with the same statistics. Down Under by Dansman, the most Australian level I've ever seen. Made for the World Gauntlet. Love the originality of the deco. The underwater part is one of my favorites. And also some of the gimmicks with the moving orb later on that you can click multiple times. And also the beginning where the level is upside down, referencing the joke about Australia. The giant spider boss fight is pretty fun as well. It's readable and not particularly memory, which is very nice. The ending I feel like is much harder than the beginning, which is why the gameplay rating is so low. I'm just not a big fan of that balancing and I got pretty unlucky with it. Keep Growing Insane. Let me start off by saying that Subwoofer is absolutely one of my favorite creators because I just love how he decorates his levels. The creativity in this level is absolutely unreal and how good it looks is out of this world. Gameplay kinda brings it down as it can be a bit awkward to play if you're sight reading. Definitely a difficulty drop from Down Under, but still managing to live up to second place even while being 5 stars. Final one. The level that's going to get first place is Radiant Glen. It has a really similar style to Subwoofer levels, which is always a plus in my book. In addition to that, it's XL and it maintains the great deco for the whole level. From the deco to the background, it's all really beautiful. I love the little details at the beginning. For example, with every jump you do on the water, your icon splashes the water after landing. And the 3D aspect of the ground is really crazy too. The holograms in the middle of the level is also something I haven't seen, and overall, just a great level. And alright, that's it. That was the 10 ratings. Keep in mind this is just my opinion, and it may or may not be the same as yours. Now I'll put some additional information on the screen, specifically how many levels of each difficulty I played. Now before I did this, I did not expect the leading difficulty to be Easy Demon. Like 13 levels, seriously. I thought it's gonna be like 5 stars, but I was so wrong. Well, anyway, here's also the leaderboard placement of every single person that appeared in this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for not uploading for a week, and I see you next time. Peace.